A smartwatch. This is a men's watch with a black leather band here. There is a just a little knob that pushes through an adjustable band, and then it just tucks into this little hole here. So there are two little things on the side here. One is a little flap that opens. That's to plug in the charger that just plugs into a standard USB port, and the other one is the power button. So you push that to turn it on. And then this is pretty much standard like the rest of the smartphones that are out on the market. It does come with a set of directions. One side is completely in Chinese, but the other side is in English, so you can figure it out, or you can just play around with it like we did to figure it out that way. So if you just if you push this button, it will lock the screen so that you don't accidentally hit something, and then you can put it in the clock mode, which you can see here. And so here's back to the main screen, and then you can go and you can see, if you have an Apple phone, which is what I have, you can link it with your calls. Now, for just privacy reasons, I don't have this linked with my phone while I'm doing the video, but you can, this will link all your calls, and you can use it to make and receive calls with an Apple phone. The rest of the linking to your phone functions, they work with an Android, not with an iPhone. So any of the other Bluetooth functions, like remote camera access from your phone, or sending or receiving text messages, will not be able to receive to this smartwatch. You can with an Android, but not with an Apple. So we have an Apple, but you can make and receive calls with it. And then if you just scroll through here, this is most of your phone functions. So right up here at the top, you see the little Bluetooth. That's where you connect it to your phone. It has a calculator. You can play the music from your phone. And this is where you make and receive calls, and it has a calendar. So if you just swipe over again, this has some functions. Now, part of these are Bluetooth functions, accessing the pictures on your phone. That's from Bluetooth. It does have a camera here, and this camera has the little camera button up here on the top of the camera, so you can see it's up there. So kind of a strange place to, take a picture. You're really going to have to turn your hand, but that's where the camera is on this one. And then this is a nice sedentary thing, so that if you've been sitting for a long period of time, or you just want to remind yourself to get up after a period of time to walk around, especially if you work in a place where you're sitting a lot, you can set a remind timer for how many minutes you want. And then you have this function here, and again, this is mostly for Android users. It's for your email. This is where you set the time. Now, it gives you a world map, and then you just have to adjust the GMT and then the city to get closest to where you are to set the time. And you can set it in a 12-hour or 24-hour clock. And then this last one here is internet stuff. You can access Facebook or Twitter. It has the microphone on it, which the microphone is on here as well. And then this has a stopwatch right here, the little green guy. You hit that, and then you just hit the start to start it. And then you can pause it, and then you can reset it. Now, if you want to use the step function, while you have it in the timer mode, I'm just going to shake it a little bit here. Just 1 second. And then what you can see, if you scroll over, he just scrolled over to the left, you can see it will, it said he went 0 steps. That was a fail. We're really sorry. You just tap it. Alright, so if you hit the running guy, alright, now, if you scroll over to the side of it, you will see it will show you how many steps you've taken, how long it took you, how much fat you burned, your speed and your mileage and that kind of stuff. So if you're timing how long you're walking or running or whatever, it will also calculate your steps and everything for you all in one thing. So you can use this as a stopwatch, as a timer, or you can use it as a pedometer. And like I said, you just slide over to get the information on it. And then just pause it when you're done. If you stop to take a break or something, you can pause it and then you can resume it. And then you just hit the reset button to clear it out. And you can see it clears out the stuff on your pedometer too. So a lot of functions on this phone. Like I said, it's pretty standard with a lot of the smartphones, so you just have to kind of play with it to see what functions are going to work for you. Now, we wanted a lot of the other functions. I do like that it makes and receives calls, but we got it for a lot of the other smartphone, a lot of the other functions on it, like the stopwatch and those kind of things, more than the smartphone of the messages, because that's only going to work with an Android. So that is the smartwatch.